the upset, the apple cart here. He's here to win. He's not just here for the money. So Lee's going to have to be in tip-top condition. This young man is very dangerous.
Andy Lee has been Irish light middleweight champion amateur 2003. Then he moved up to middle and became the champion there, 204, 205. Went to the Olympics in Athens in 2004. And then made his pro debut in 2006 in the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan. It's been a glory trail so far for Andy Lee. The wide stance, tall man, 6'2" it says officially. I think he might even be a little bit more. And the chant is Andy Lee to a familiar era. And he's not supposed to do that when the Argentines go down. The allegation is that Lee hit him on the back of the neck and so put him down, and Lee knows himself he shouldn't be hitting him on the back of the neck. Now, what will the referee do here? He's got to be sure that the Argentine is not faking it. And Andy apologises. He just turned as he hit him. He should not. It was tantamount to a dive in football. We've seen a lot of those in our time. But now that gets the crowd going. Will it get the two fighters going?
I just think Falliga's felt the power of Andy Lee's shots in that opening round. He said himself, look, I want to get out of here, but I want to get out of here in a way where I'm going to win. In fact, the punch that Andy Lee hit him there, the rabbit punch didn't do a big lot of damage. It wasn't a very powerful punch, so Falliga was play acting there, you know, so he knows himself already that there's a real good chance here he can lose tonight. There's a real good chance he can get stopped or knocked out, because Lee carries a bit of power in both hands. And the Argentine has realised that from the opening round.
Amazing power in both hands. Look at that the right jab. Normally that's the jab is the lead punch to open the way for the other punches. But with Andy Lee, it's a hammer, the right lead. And then the left, equally so. So he has two powerful hands. He's fought 6 times as a pro in 2006, 8 times last year. And this, of course, is his first this year. He's been all around the place, Andy Lee. And that's
good stuff again.
Great stuff from Lee, who beat him with the punch.
When Andy Lee delivers those 2 punches, they're very, very, very potent. There's some power there, Jimmy, because you can tell by the way the punch lands, even though it didn't hit the target fully, there's a lot of power there. And Falliga, he understands that fully.
You saw the interview with Andy before the thing, where he's talking about, well, one I did with him before, he's talking about the Crunk Gym, the famous Crunk Gym. You have to fight for your pennies in there. You have to prove yourself, and they reckon that this fella can now be the boss of the gym. He's been in with some great ones. Been with Vladimir Klitschko, Jermaine Taylor, and Kermit Centrum. And they are not for fooling around with. Klitschko used them and asked him to throw his best stuff because he's the same height as his probable next opponent. This is only the second round, half a minute or less.
Oh, good stuff from Lee.
If Falliga this season's our fighter. He's never been stopped, but my goodness, he's made of iron after that.
Unbelievable stuff, yes. He was caught with a couple of good solid shots, and I think Freddie Teat, or Emil Teat, is right to give him a standing count, because he was slightly hurt.
I'll tell you one thing, he saw the light there at the end of the tunnel. Falliga, it was just above us in the ring, and I was hit so hard you could feel our table shuddering. Andy Lee, incredible power in both hands.
I don't know what it looks like on the TV screens back home, Jimmy, but he has got some power on both hands. If you're sitting here ringside, it's unbelievable. Cracking stuff here behind it, but that punch, look, that wasn't a hard punch at all. And then down Falliga goes. He's play acting here. I don't know, he maybe wants the referee to take a point off, but Andy Lee has a cracking right hook and a cracking left hand, and the power in them is unbelievable. It's something you're sitting here at ringside. Do you see the real power that's there? On TV, it might not look as devastating as what it looks right here, but I can tell you this, he's a very hard puncher.
Oh my goodness, I've seen him in the amateurs, seen him in the gym, and he hit just above us here. The place shuddered. Andy Lee.
Coolest 10 seconds.
You hear Manny Stewart talking to him there. That's the entourage from Detroit, famous Crunk Gym.
Round 3.
Recently, this fella Falliga has been in with Sebastian Zivek in Germany, a great fighter, is still unbeaten, and he gave him a really, really great fight. He's a tough guy, that's for sure, Falliga. The southpaw lead, the big wide stance, the right hand held out straight, the occasional little shuffle of the shoulders, the stepping around, the adjustment of his foot. He wants Falliga to come and fight. He's in charge, Lee, at this moment, and Falliga knows it. Where's he going to find an opening? He has to give way, he has to dance, he has to keep Lee at the end of that long right jab. But it's not just the jab can turn into a stiff little hook, and then there's the left hand to come crossing over. That's the Lee potency, which makes it very difficult for any opponent. Now, Falliga's a good fighter, he's been in with some good fighters. This is his 20th fight tonight, so he's 5 fights more experienced than Andy Lee. And he's been in with some really good ones too. And there's a left hand that staggers him across the ring.